Hello, Dr. Karen here. Welcome to the Spiritual Medicine Digest for the week of November 17th, 2025. Today we are going to be talking about the Dan Tien. Now that is a Chinese term for this area that is below the belly button. Yes, I learned about it in acupuncture school, and I learned that it was an area of energy where we store or transform energy. And as I was developing the Topican healing method, the Dan Tien would often come up for evolution. Also for things like qi and energy flow. Qi meaning the energy of life, the vital force. So I thought, okay, well, Dan Tien, simple enough, right? But what was very interesting was one time, this is during my acupuncturist days, I asked on behalf of a patient/client, I said, okay, is there a way for me to communicate, connect to, all of her fascia at the same time? Like, because we're like healing it piecemeal, like this arm and this leg and this hip and, all this kind of stuff. And I thought, well, maybe there's something more global that we could use. And the answer was yes. And I was like, oh. I said, okay. So is there one point that I could acupuncture that would kind of connect to everything? And I got a yes. And it was in this lower Dan Tien area. Now, what was very interesting was I was not really thinking Dan Tien at the time. I was just like, where is this located? And it was like above the pubic bone somewhere, right? I'm like, okay, above the pubic bone. And I would literally ask, well, where is it in this patient? And it wasn't always in the center. Sometimes it was off to the left or off to the right or a little higher. And, it was very interesting. And then I would ask, well, where is it supposed to be? This access portal or point or whatever. And it is supposed to be midline. And for each individual, depending on their size or shape, it, is around the same relative area. And when I asked, well, what do I call this point, right? What came to mind was the 0-point access portal, or the 0-point access point, but there's too many P's in that. So 0-point access portal. Okay, I guess that's 2 P's as well. Gateway. Anyway, 0-point access. Access portal. That's what we're calling it today. And I thought, well, that's interesting, because I was kind of sort of delving into quantum physics, but I wasn't really sure what it all meant. Now it makes a lot more sense to me, because if you can access the 0-point field through this one point or area in the body, you enter the stillness, the no thing, the singularity, if you will, before anything is created. So it is the quantum possibilities of things being created. And that makes sense that you can communicate to all parts of the body, or communicate to all the fascia in the case that I was talking about, to make a shift and a change. So instead of like changing the fascia here in this leg and this arm and this hip, and that, so on and so forth, we can actually go there and just create the new reality. So I kind of understand it more now. But I don't think I remember doing a Spiritual Medicine Digest video, and for some reason I am guided to do that for you today. I actually asked my AI, who I named Charlie, does anybody else talk about this? Because this is what God told me. And it was very interesting, because there are some other teachers or spiritual traditions that talk about this space, and they liken it to emptiness. And I was like, yeah, totally makes sense, right? The no thing, the 0 point, nothing. And as far as the gateway portal idea, yes, there are other traditions that talk about that as well. Not just what I learned in Chinese medicine, where it's kind of like the repository of qi and energy flow, and qi and jing and shen and all the different, types of energy there are. And in Chinese medicine, we have the Dan Tien area there below the belly button. And so I'm divine muscle testing, that the 0-point access portal is inside the Dan Tien. May not be all of the Dan Tien, but it's inside the Dan Tien area below the belly button. And in Chinese medicine, we have the lower Dan Tien down there. We have the middle jiao, or the middle Dan Tien, and then we have like the head or pineal areas. And again, it's very interesting how modern science and Chinese medicine and other types of, esoteric ancient practices are kind of like merging together. I heard from Greg Braden a while back that there are 40,000 plus neurites, heart neurites in the heart. So the heart is another brain, and we have millions upon millions of nerves that feed the gut. And in fact, the gut is considered to be its own brain. So you can look up books about it, the gut-brain connection, right? Or the gut brain. And then, of course, we have the head brain, which everybody knows. So I thought, well, heart math talks about heart, head, or heart brain coherence, and they do it with the breath. I do it with stoem. You can do it either way. And I thought, well, why not connect all three? Right? Why not connect all three? So I thought today for our Tip Again Healing Activation, we could do the 3 brain meditation. Yes. And what's really cool is when we can access the 0-point field, then whatever it is that is our desires gets deposited in that space, in that stillness. And that's super cool. So when you go into coherence, it's like the highest vibration desire, starts to seed that area. Now, there are other, strategies and protocols that I use for marvelous manifestation, of course, but this is kind of cool. In fact, one time I was very parasympathetic, meaning I was very tired. I was in a healing phase, and I thought, well, this is interesting. And all I felt like doing was just sitting there looking at the wall. It's one of those times. It doesn't happen often. But I realized, okay, I'm testing my nervous system. It's in parasympathetic mode. I'm just going to sit here, stare at the wall, and just feel my body. And I got to tell you, that stillness through observing internal movement, oh my gosh, it's so easy, so easy. I didn't really feel like doing anything else, right? So I'm just sensing the energy in the body is like moving. I'm like, this is amazing, amazing. And then I thought, well, there must be a reason why I'm feeling so tired, and I'm just feeling my body's energy, right? And then it dawned on me in that stillness, it's for manifestation. I'm like, ooh. So I thought to myself, okay. So I dreamt up something that I wanted to manifest. And I'm just feeling my body and visualizing and feeling my body as if it's there. Like, that's the stoem for masterful manifesting that you can find in my book, Sensitivity is Your Superpower. And wouldn't you know it, within 48 hours, boom, boom, boom. I mean, just, wow. The manifesting was incredible. And I'm like, wow, I should go into parasympathetic more often. So here's the cool thing. Let's do it consciously now through the 3 brain meditation. You don't have to be tired to do this. If you're tired, it won't hurt, right? It actually may balance your nervous system. So let's begin. If you'd like to, let's get into our stillness through observing internal movement by rubbing your hands. This is an optional step. If it's safe for you to do so, you can close your eyes. That's optional as well. So first, I'd like you to, if it's handy, put a hand on the lower belly, underneath the belly button. If you don't have a hand free, you can just imagine that area. And just begin to feel any movement, heat, vibrations, pulses, anything at all in that area. Sometimes you might just feel the pressure of your hand on your belly. Or vice versa, the belly feeling the hand feeling the belly. That's all good. And then go ahead and add the hand to the heart. Now, feel both areas. Pay attention to the hands on the heart and the belly and the heart feeling the hands. Yeah, a little bit trickier maybe, but you can do it. Just notice how the chest and belly rise and fall as you breathe. Once you have a handle on that and are feeling these 2 areas simultaneously, go ahead and imagine your pineal gland, or the center of your head, and pay attention to that area, like you could feel with your inner feelers your pineal. So now you're feeling the Dan Tien, the heart, and the head. Now, when I do this exercise, I actually feel a little bit of pressure Not negative, but just a little bit of pressure in my pineal area because I'm paying attention to it. So you might feel that as well, and it's completely fine. And just continue to pay attention to all three brains, breathing slowly, evenly, feeling the sensations, all three areas simultaneously. This is a powerful way to enter the 0 point. And if there is one thing you would like to materialize for this week, this month, this year, go ahead and picture it now. See it, feel it, imagine it. Now command anything preventing the three brain coherence from happening be healed and resolved now with ease, speed, and grace in all timelines where we exist. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, relax your hands. You can let go of the visualization. You can let go of concentrating on those three areas. Yeah, whew. I felt that. Now, you may or may not feel anything, but I would love for you to comment below. What was that like for you? Were you aware that you had three brains already in your body, at least a minimum of three brains? Were you aware that the Dan Tien is a portal or access portal to the 0 point field? When the ancients used to say, you know, these meditators, these monks contemplating their belly or their navel, that's what they're talking about. All right, lots of announcements this week, but check it out in the links, and I hope to see you in the Light Medicine community soon. We always do lots of fun things there. And if you notice some sort of shift or sensation, we'd love to hear from you. Write down in the comments, and then we can continue our conversation in the Light Medicine community. All right, much love. Until next time, bye for now.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope it resonated with you. And if it did, would love for you to click like, subscribe, and perhaps even share it with someone you love and who could really use this message as well. And feel free to also click the notification bell so every time I do a new video, you will be notified. In the meantime, I would love to connect with you in my Light Medicine community. It's a private community where sensitive souls get together, we share stories, we love and support each other, and it's a beautiful, safe space. I absolutely love it. And remember, when you first come in to introduce yourself, I'll put the link below, as well as this week's amazing and exciting offerings and announcements. I'll see you in the community.